Good
Ano
morning.
po yung assessment nyo doon sa naging immediately effective na pag-relieve kay PNP Chief Torre kahapon?
Well, you said it quite frankly, no? We were all surprised. I think it's a very popular, very good PNP chief as far as I'm concerned. His achievements, especially that of bringing Duterte out, Quiboloy also out. Sama na natin yung pagpanalo niya sa boxing, no? So,
Kahit na hindi natuloy yung
kahit hindi
kalaban,
natuloy, di
oo.
ba? Sama na. So, ibig ko sabihin, in his short stint and in his, kumbaga, he's full of achievement. That's why nagulat tayo, no, Attorney Karen? We were surprised with all of this. It's not something na akala natin mangyayari. I mean, he still has, I think, 1 more year until 2026 as supposedly as PNP chief. So, yun din ang issue ko dyan is where is he now? Kasi he still cannot, hindi din na matatanggal yan. I mean, he's still a 4-star general. So,
And
parang
under
lalabas.
our law, kailangan isang 4-star general lang.
Yes,
no? So,
no? Only the PNP chief is the 4-star general,
Oo,
Attorney
so kung
Karen.
para mabigay yung 4-star general sa iba, kailangan niya retire?
Kailangan mag-retire or, I mean, by age nga, I think it's still, if tama
Early
yung
retirement is the other option.
Well, that's another option, pero will he or, tignan na lang natin, no? But pwede naman OIC, yung isa, third 3-star OIC, pero kumbaga hindi siya full-fledged. Kasi may mga limitations yung acting at saka yung OIC chief, no? So, put it that way. So, kung surprised, yes, we're surprised that kanina nga, kung pinakikinggan ko yung flood project, mas marami dapat tanggalin doon sa flood project kaysa dito sa PNP. dapat yun ang nauna.
Oo, yung pag sinabing heads will roll. Meron ako nabasa po na post nga sa Facebook na when all of these anomalous flood control projects came out this issue, heads will roll dapat. Pero bakit daw biglang ang head na nag-roll ay yung kay Chief PNP Torre?
Kaya nga, Attorney Karen, nagulat tayo kasi ito yung nauna. If there's anything na meron dapat nauna, sa tingin natin, dapat yung flood control. But of course, meron mga issues dyan sa PNP, sa NAPOLCOM, sa DILG. And as I said, there are legal justifications, constitutional rules that should be followed. But whether it was done, kumbaga, how it was done, I think yun yung question eh. Kaya medyo nagiging politically motivated yung issue or politically questionable yung issue because how it was done to him. Marami naman pwedeng gawin or marami namang proseso na pwedeng gawin pero bakit ganito ang nangyari all of a sudden?
Okay, merong rumors na dahil daw ito sa ginawang movement ng mga personnel ni former PNP Chief Torre within PNP without the approval of NAPOLCOM or without consulting DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla in accordance with the process dapat for assigning and reassigning. Is that legal basis for having him relieved?
Let's clarify that matter. No? Si Secretary John Vic has in position or in all his legal right to have admin control and supervision.
This is based in the Constitution.
Nasa Constitution yan at based on yung 6975 which created the PNP at saka yung RA 8551 which reorganized the PNP. No? Kasi alalahanin natin, Attorney Karen, na civilian pa rin ang character dapat ang PNP. So, he has all the legal right to do that because nga ang reorganization, ang pag-appoint, etc., etc. Although the PNP has supervisory control, has administration control, all of this dapat dumadaan for confirmation and review ng NAPOLCOM and then later on, of course, by appointment of the President.
So, may basis naman po?
May basis naman, but sabi ko nga, constitutional and legally, they are right, they have a legal basis to do that. Pero, paano ginawa? Yun na lang tanong natin. No?
So,
Parang,
for you, how would you have done it? Ano ba yung ibang options dapat for Malacanang? Some describe the relief, yung pag-relieve na immediately effective as unceremonious removal. Pero kayo po, ano ba yung options na meron kung sakaling as you said, meron naman talagang legal basis because hindi nasunod yung mga provisions ng Constitution. Ano pa yung pwede bang gawin dapat ng Malacanang?
For example, in the DIG level, in the NAPOLCOM level, they could have reviewed the appointments. Kasi they can review, modify, even reverse appointments, etc. And then between NAPOLCOM and the PNP, I think they should have just threshed it out. And the DILG threshed it out without even involving the president. No, I mean, if I were in that position, I mean, I would of course shield the president of all of this quote unquote maybe intramurals. No, if there were, no, I'm not. Kumbaga, all of this is just a presumption na merong mga gustong ilagay or merong mga hindi tamang, let's say, brinaso niya yung appointment o pagbalasa ng ibang mga tao. But then again, as I said, with all of his achievements, I think it is unfair na para siyang tinapon na lang ng parang freezer na lang ng like that without, I think with a lot of things happening in the country, a lot of sins of bigger people happening in the country, nandyan pa rin sila. Ito naman na parang pwedeng ayusin among themselves between NAPOLCOM, PNP, DILG. Bakit hindi na lang nila trinesh out before na lang lumabas ng ganito? So that's why I'm saying it's the process of it. Maybe mas maganda. Tingin ko may due process naman, pero tingin ko, sabi ko nga, it's just how you handle the sacking or the relieving of one general in the PNP.
Well, marami pong nagde-describe din kay Torre bilang maangas, walang sinasanto, or matigas daw ulo. So, kung ganun ba, is that something that you see also as a good reason to, relieve someone from their post?
Alam mo, Attorney Karen, minsan mas maganda yung walang sinasanto eh. Kasi kita natin si Presidente nahuli. I mean, si ex-President Duterte nahuli. Si Quiboloy nahuli rin. I mean, mas maganda yung minsan yung walang takot eh. No? So, but then again, hindi naman din also excuse yan not to follow the chain of command. So it's also not an excuse to, sabi mo nga, maging rogue or maging basta na lang lahat susundin. That's why nga sabi ko, itong mga ito pwede naman i-trash out. Sana nag-usap-usap sila or sana maybe clearer heads got into between the DILG, the NAPOLCOM, and the PNP chief. So sana naayos na lang mas pino sana.
Okay. Well, naalala ko po yung press con ni Secretary John Vic Remulla where he said we are an institution, a country of institutions.
And
not
of rules.
Of rules, not
yeah,
of
not
men.
Yeah.
So baka parang merong, for me, my reading of it is parang may allusion, may nag-allude siya na hindi sumusunod sa rules.
Yun nga, parang ang understanding ko is naglagay siya, nag-reshuffle siya without the review and confirmation. Kasi ang proseso, just to be clear, may review, may confirmation ng NAPOLCOM, and then sasubmit niya kay Presidente for his appointment. Of course, the lower ranks, hindi naman kailangan to submit to the President. No? So, but yung top 2, top 3, yan, kailangan yan, idaan yan kay Presidente. Pero sabi ko nga, I think yung review nila, kasi kung meron silang hindi nagustuhan na na-appoint, why, since NAPOLCOM has the power to review, kasi part naman din ng NAPOLCOM si PNP chief eh. So, I said that could have been trashed out among them properly, sana.
But legally, is this an legally acceptable process? You may say that it is unceremonious or sana ibang paraan na lang yung ginawa. But yung pagka-immediately effective na pagka-relieve, is there something legally irregular about that? Or acceptable yan?
Acceptable yan. And
because you serve at the pleasure of the President.
Of course, it is a presidential appointment, number one. Tapos, it's a PNP, so it's a not military, but a PNP service, kumbaga a uniform service, put it that way. And alam naman natin ang uniform service, we follow the chain of command. So, I think that is very clear. And we have to make an example, it doesn't mean if you're the top general that you cannot, you can, let's say, bypass chain of command. No? But then again, sabi ko, kailangan pino. Hindi, kumbaga, it did not do him justice, if you ask me.
Based on
his
accomplishments.
accomplishments.
Oo.
But if you say, is there legal basis? Yes, there is. But parang hindi sana nangyaring ganito.
General Jose Melencio Nartates is now the PNP
OIC, I
OIC,
would think,
yes.
yes.
And he used to be the deputy chief of the PNP that was reassigned by Torre to the Western
Western,
Command, sa Westcom. Ngayon na ginawa siyang OIC, considering parang ang pag-assign daw sa kanya ni Torre sa Westcom was a type of demotion.
O, kasi number 2 man na siya.
Oo. Yung pag-ascend niya suddenly naman to being the PNP chief, OIC. Do you think there's a messaging there as well na yung dinemote mo, yan pa yung gagawin namin?
Yun na nga sinasabi natin, parang masama yung, hindi pa masama, pero parang hindi sana mas pino yung pagkaka-relieve, no? I wouldn't say dismissal, I would say relieve, no? Kasi nga he's still in the service. So, parang it's a black eye na you were given that notice all of a sudden, then yung sinaffle mo, yun pa yung pinalit, no? And that's why it creates the rumor or the talk of any political issue or political infighting between them. But let's not get into that because hindi naman
It's
natin.
hard to speculate.
It's hard to speculate to that. But that puts fuel into fire for that argument. Because yung tinanggal mo, yung pa yung pinalit, parang binakay ka doon. So, but then again, they have their reasons, and as I said, we would respect their reasons and their legal basis for it. But as I said, sana nga lang, mas pino, and they could have sana looked at his career, at his service, at hindi, kasi parang ngayon, parang it puts him on question, on limbo. Pero sayang yung kanyang achievements na marami siyang nagawang mas maganda, at it should not have been treated this way.
Bakit hindi po nagsalita ang presidente about this? Ang nagpa-press con is si Secretary John Vic Remulla. Do you think it would help quell yung mga speculations on politics and, as you said, yung adding fuel to the fire kung nagsalita ang presidente about this?
Well, I think if I were in Secretary John Vic's position, I would have done the same because I would have shielded the president. No? I would not have let the president, kasi there's speculation of infighting, of issues like that. So, kung papasok pa si presidente dyan, parang it's too magulo na for him. No? I think it was, I would laud and kumbaga that of a good soldier for Secretary John Vic to kumbaga hold it in behalf of the president. The buck stops here with me.
Yeah. Well, what is your assessment of